Hey guys, welcome to a scripting tutorial. Today we're going to be doing a map rotation with teleport, which was requested by StompyDonut. I know it's now like what, the 27th of July, and I asked for this idea back in the end of April, but we don't talk about that, okay? Map rotation system with teleport, okay. So what I'm assuming is that you just have, say, a few different maps, and you want to rotate through them as like a round system, okay? So what we want to do is, so just say that these are our three maps. Obviously they're not going to look like this, but say this is one of the maps, right? So you're going to place a few spawn locations, right? These aren't spawn locations per se, they're just parts, but you make them invisible, you make them mechanical light off, and you'll just call them spawn location, okay? And I'll just duplicate these, right? And I'll rotate them, oops, and then, yeah, and you'll see that there'll be different maps. Okay, so we'll make this one sunrise color, and we'll just leave that one like that, and we'll make this one yellow. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to group the map, you anchor it, do the same for all of these. These are just placeholders, guys. Obviously your map's not going to look like this, but just use the same principle of placing spawn locations in here, right? So now what you want to do is, you see here, you want to select all of these and group them and call them spawns. Okay, and I'll get rid of this one. I'll just have two maps because it works the same. Okay, so spawns. So then we'll just call this one map 1, and then we'll call this one map 2. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to put a folder in server storage, and we will call this maps, and we will put both maps inside here. Okay, and say you wanted to have your lobby, right? So let's just move this base plate and we'll resize it. So, like that. Say this is your lobby, right? And we just add a spawn location, an actual spawn location, okay? And you'll see that if we play solo, you spawn right into here. Yeah, onto this lobby, okay? So just say that this is your lobby. Again, your lobby is not going to look as bland as that, okay? And I understand that. So next what you want to do is you want to make sure that your maps are not colliding with your lobby, if that makes sense. So let's just move them over there. Okay. So now to the scripting side, okay, you will want to have a script here, and we'll just call this round handler. So I'm not going to be going in depth into how to make your rounds work and end whenever everyone dies. What I'll be doing is just selecting a map, spawning it in, teleporting players in for a certain amount of time, and then destroying the map and respawning the players. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to define players as local players as you would again get service players. You also want to define server storage. So I'll just do that real quick. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Server storage. And then you'll also want to get maps, which is then equal to server storage, wait for child, maps. Okay, so let's just add some variables for the configuration of the round system. So we'll go for local round time. So let's say we'll just do 15 seconds for now. So this is in seconds, okay guys? It's not in minutes, it's not in hours, it is in seconds. If you want it to be in minutes, all you want to do is you want to times it by, multiply it by 60, okay? But we'll just keep it at 15 seconds for now. So local runtime is equal to 15, local intermission time is equal to 10, or like 5. So now what we want to do is while true doom, and I'll just do wait intermission time, local map is equal to local map list is equal to maps get children, local map chosen is equal to map list math.random one number of map list. So how this works is, map list is the table, because you see here you're using the method get children, which then returns a table of everything inside this folder. So it's just two objects at the moment for me, which are the two models, and then it goes through it, and math@random basically just picks a number between this number and this number. So it's 1 and 2 in this case. So this will be either 1 or 2 in my use case. In your use case it could be something different, it could be like 1 or 5, but this has to always be 1, and this always has to be number of the amount of like maps you have, or like the folder of the maps, get children, which then uses the index to get which map to use. So then what we will do is local map model is equal to map chosen clone map model.parent is equal to workspace. And now good practice is to just wait a few seconds for it to load in before teleporting players. So we will just do wait 3 or like wait 2. And then what we shall do is for underscore player in pairs, players, get players do. And then to make them all spawn in at once, what you want to do is spawn function local spawn chosen, and then again what we want to do is up here we'll go local spawn list is equal to map model that spawns get children. So now you have to actually make sure that this model is called spawns. Okay, it doesn't matter what the parts are called, but just make sure to name the model that they're in or the folder spawns. Okay, and then what we want to do is equal to spawn list, then again math.random but one number of spawn list, and then what we'll do is if player and player.parent and player.character and player.character.primary part, then player.character.primary part set primary part cframe spawn chosen .cframe. So what this will do, it will move their primary part, which is their humanoid root part, to the C-frame of the spawn that is chosen using the same method here, and then this just iterates through the players, which then you can use a loop for, which is then the player, and then this is the number which we don't need at the moment. So yeah, and now what we want to do is we want to do wait round time, and then what we'll do is if map model, then map model destroy. And what you can do is you can just like copy this and paste it, then indent it however way you want. And instead of doing all of this, all you need to do is player load character, which will then respawn them. So yeah, that should all work. If I play solo, it loads the map in, it waits a few seconds, and then it will move me over there. How long did I tell it to wait? I don't remember. Okay, well it should move me now the next time. Here the map spawns in, and then 3 seconds later, set primary part C-frame is not a valid member of part. Oh, that's why. There you go. My bad guys, player.character set primary part C-frame. But obviously you have to have that colon in between. It won't work the first time, but that's fine. All you need to do to fix that is add a wait 2 at the start. Spawns the map in, and it moves you, and then it waits for however long the round was. I think it was 15 seconds, and then it will proceed to wait for another 10 seconds and just repeat the cycle, as you shall witness shortly. See? And it's despawned the map, and then it should respawn a different one. Yep, or the same one. It might be the same one because that's how random stuff works. And then I'll just keep going forever. So if you want a continuation onto this to actually set up a mini games kind of game with different rounds and stuff like that, let me know in the comments, and I may make a series on it. But yeah, this is the basics of how to make a round based game with different maps and stuff like that. See that? And it keeps just going on in a cycle. And it's either way, it's putting me to a random spawn location every time, based on how many we placed. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. And thank you so much for StompyDonut for requesting this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.